What's up, everybody? My name is Scott and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. We're back on the range and today we're going to have some more fun with the Premier Body Armor Level 4 plate. So we shot these with a 700 nitro among other things, but today we're going to try them out against some common deer hunting calibers. Right now in Kentucky and a lot of other states, it's deer season, so I feel like it's an appropriate time to do this test. I've wanted to do this one for a long time, so let's go get set up and get started. All right, we've got our table set up with our ballistic gel. We have our level 4 plate. This is rated all the way up to 30-06 armor piercing. But I'm really curious to see how it holds up against the various calibers I brought out today. So let's get this thing set up, go grab a rifle, and get started. But before we get started with today's video, I want to say thank you to today's sponsor, The Walking Dead Survivors. Sadly, The Walking Dead TV show is no more, but that's okay because we have The Walking Dead Survivors, which has the most active Walking Dead community out there. Meet new players like yourself, share your passions, become friends, band together, and immerse yourself in the exciting post-apocalyptic world. In a post-apocalyptic world full of zombies, community is key and tasks are vital for maintaining your camp and crucial for survival. A few tips for surviving in a post-apocalyptic world: gathering supplies, farming, training, exploring, fighting your enemies, recruiting new heroes, and tending to your group's medical needs. Each survivor has unique attributes and skills best suited for certain tasks. As a camp leader, it's your job to match the right survivor with the right task that best suits their skill set. A great example would be you wouldn't send me to go gather watermelons for the group. It just wouldn't work out well. And on top of all these problems that you already have in this post-apocalyptic world, you still have to worry about walkers. But that's why you need a clan. Because walkers are a constant threat, you need to team up with other players to form a clan. Build strongholds across the region to gain more territories, and strengthen your forces to defeat your enemies. If you're looking for the best Walking Dead game out there and the biggest Walking Dead community, you need to check out The Walking Dead Survivors. Use my link in the description down below, click the link, download the game, and start having some fun. And again, a big thank you to The Walking Dead Survivors for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it. So we're gonna start out with a Remington 7400, and this is chambered in 270 Winchester. 270 is a common cartridge used for medium game, and today I have some Winchester 270 150 grain AccuBond rounds. I do not have a scope or a rear sight on this, so hopefully I hit it. I really don't know where to aim. I'm gonna miss. Here we go. Nope, I hit it. Let's check this out. So, we did not make it through the back, but you may have felt it just a tad. So we hit right here, turned our plate into a salt shaker. But like I said, we did not make it through the back. So it did its job, stopped the round. So let's get this set up and hit it with a few more calibers. I'm sure my observant viewers have noticed that I'm wearing a different sweatshirt. We now have Christmas sweaters available. You need to pick one up before it's too late. Swing over to KentuckyBallistics.com. There's a link in the description down below. Up next is 6.5 Creedmoor, another common cartridge used for deer hunting. This is a Savage Axis bolt action rifle, and I have some double tap 130 grain brass rounds. I wanted to stick to all lead rounds today, but these are all I had. All right, let's see how the body armor holds up against the 6.5 Creedmoor. So with those scopes, you got to take into consideration when you're this close, you're not going to be hitting exactly where you're aiming. So I aimed a little high, hit about where I wanted to hit, and it looks like we did a pretty good job stopping it. So here's where we hit, and it looks like we blew a little bit out the side, but the plate definitely did its job. It stopped the 6.5 Creedmoor. I think what's really impressive about these plates is they're multi-hit plates. So you already ate a 270, and then you just took a 6.5 and the plate is still good. Still got a lot of good down here, So we're gonna hit it with at least 2 more rounds before we move on to a new plate. So after 6.5 Creedmoor, I feel like naturally our next step up should be 308. This is a Brownells BRN 10 with a 20 round waffle mag, and I'm gonna be using some Hornady 308 178 grain precision hunters. Okay, I'm gonna go for the bottom right. At this point in your life, you should be questioning, what did you do to make all these deer hunters so mad? Let's see if it stopped the 308. Our plate is definitely starting to feel this. We hit right here, starting to have some separation, but we did stop the 308. Pretty darn impressive. I mean, 270, 6.5, 308, and it's still kicking. That right there, that's still good. I'm gonna shoot it with the next caliber. If it makes it through it, we'll use a fresh plate just to be fair, but really curious to see if that last little bit can stop what's coming next. That plate ate that 308 like it was some deer jerky, but now we're gonna see how it holds up against some 30-06. This is a Ruger American bolt action 30-06, and I'm gonna be using some Norma 180 grain Bond Strike rounds. Really curious to see how it held up against that. All right, let's check it out. I think this plate is officially done. I hit exactly where I was aiming at. We hit right there. We put a pretty big hole in the front. Looks like this plate is completely separated at this point, but we did not make it through the back. Went through these layers, but it did not make it through these layers, and then it just kind of split the plate open. The front part of this plate did a really good job. If you look right here, there's not really a lot of damage to this material here. The round was pretty much already broke up before it hit it. Pretty darn impressive. Now let's go get us a new plate, get it set up, and hit it with a few more rounds. So this next one is for those big husky, big boned deer. This is a 300 Winchester Magnum. This is a Remington model 783, and we're gonna be loaded up with some Federal 300 Winchester Magnum. This is a mouthful. Sierra Match King 190 grain boat tail hollow points. Say that 5 times fast. This plate is gonna feel this one. Oh my gosh. All right, let's check it out. We have a very large hole in the front of our plate, and we had a blowout, but we did not have anything go through the back. The plate did what it was supposed to do, but I'm telling you, you would have felt that one. There's still a lot of good meat on this plate, and we have one more rifle to use. So let's get it set back up and finish up. So the last rifle we're gonna finish up with is a 338 Lapua. This is my Savage 111 long range hunter with a Yankee Hill Machine chassis. Very nice rifle. If the 300 Winchester Magnum was for big boned husky deer, I guess this would be for zombie deer. We've been using hunting rounds, but we're gonna finish up with a full metal jacket. That's a 338 Lapua, 250 grain full metal jacket. Ooh. That hit that plate a lot harder. Well, it looks like we stopped the 338 Lapua, but you would need a new plate. So here's the front part of the plate, and it looks like it did a pretty good job at breaking up the round, but the plate completely separated. Look at this. Oh my gosh. It did not make it through the back, but oh man. Ah. That's as far as it made it into the plate. There was still a lot of good material. So the plate's separated, but I feel like it's still good. So I'm gonna put it back together
and see if we'll stop another 338 Lapua. It's good as new. So that was my last full metal jacket, but I do have some Underwood ammo, 300 grain boat tail hollow points. Let's check it out. I hit it in a fresh spot. Looks like our duct tape didn't hold up too well. So we hit right there, and it doesn't look like it made it through the back. That's really warm. No, it stopped it. It's all right there. Did not make it through the back of the material. So I'm gonna flatten this back out. I wouldn't say good as new, but I think it'll be okay. We have another 338 Lapua 300 grain boat tail hollow point. Okay. Like, that's pretty bad. So, we hit right there, and it's gonna be hard to tell. I think we still stopped it. Yeah, it did. It stopped it. It did not make it through the other side of the material. Gosh, look at that in there. Just a hole. That's really hot. Okay, I think we're starting to push it. I'm gonna put it back together one more time. Ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive. Let's hit it one last time. I'll be surprised if it stopped that one. I hit right here. Yeah, looks like we finally made it through. Maybe in one of these gel blocks then. Don't think it's in that one. Ah, I think we have a winner. Looks like it zipped through the bottom. So we zipped through the bottom of that gel block, but I'm not really sure where it went after that. Well, that's gonna be it for today's video. I think so. I'm pretty sure I forgot to do something. Well, that's gonna be it for today's video. If I was a deer and Christmas time was coming around, I would be asking for two things. One, a Kentucky Ballistics Christmas sweater, and two, some Premier body armor. What did you think about the body armor, and what was your favorite cartridge that we used today? Leave your answers in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video as much as I did, be sure and give it a like, and if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also be sure and check me out on Kentucky Customs, Kentucky Ballistics Shorts, Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Links to all those can be found in the description down below. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.